Friday, everyone, and welcome to our hashtag Stay Fridays. Very interesting initiative launched by the Insurance Collective. And today we are going to connect with our Playbook coaches, our resident Playbook coaches. We have two of them here. Actually, all three of us are here. We have Ada as well as Eugene. And we are going to take a very interesting view today on branding. Right, we have seen a huge change on the social media representation of financial consultants and agency leaders over the past year. And of course, the COVID situation has driven many people towards a digital representation of themselves, right? So how can financial consultants and agency leaders focus on strategies, focus on activities to enhance and empower them during such a situation? So without much further ado, Eugene, perhaps you could start by introducing yourself.
Hi, everybody. I'm very glad to be part of this, as one of the also key coaches together with Kumaran and Ada. I look forward to really creating value for the insurance industry. Well, if I may just add a little perspective to what we have. Well, I think the problem is this. Generally, people understand what digital marketing is, right? And they know. Given a company context, when you are doing digital marketing, the problem is people see digital marketing as being compartmentalized. That means, for example, I will look for a vendor for a website. I will look for another vendor for SEO. I'll look for a vendor that does Facebook marketing, and I'll look for a vendor that does Google Ads. And the thing is that since you are managing so many vendors and a lot of the marketing managers out there in the market, they are not well versed in digital marketing, and they will just leave it to their vendors to manage. And that's where the problem lies, because you don't get a full understanding and full appreciation of what the whole digital marketing knowledge is like. So how if I may, let's give a perspective on how actually insurance collective aims to be different. Because basically insurance collective aims to be different because we have the best of both worlds. We have industry veteran like Kumaran himself that is anchoring on the key strategies that each insurance rookie might need to execute in the areas of how to do prospecting and how do they actually engage with their client, which policies to sell first and all this from the insurance realm. And that's where, from the other perspective, is before you go out and even start selling yourself, you need to really understand what is branding about. Is branding about just dressing up nice in a in a suit, in a coat, or is it something more? Now a lot of people struggle in giving a 30 seconds introduction of themselves, but this is very key, right? I mean, Kumaran, is very key. Like, for example, just like a ex secondary schoolmate that you have not met, but you just met the person briefly, and you just wanted to have a quick conversation. The first 30 seconds actually makes a lot of difference in whether telling people whether they want to continue to engage with you or continue to find out. So is your first 30 seconds delivering the message, right? So it's as simple as that. It's more than dressing up. It's also about how you can set up your website. Because a website is just a website. Today you go for a WordPress course, they teach you to set up a website. But so be it, right? The website without traffic becomes a white elephant.
Yep.
And a website, insurance agent who don't know how to do email marketing, then probably they are missing a good opportunity to continue to engage with their contacts. And in today's time and space, technology has evolved in leaps and bounds. It's no longer about email marketing, but it's about marketing automation. How can you actually program a sequence of emails from the moment where people say that, yes, I want to join your mailing list. You can, you can program a sequence of emails to continue to engage them and to tell them, your services differently. And from the part of branding as well, as I will be working very closely with Ada. We will also look at how can we do a very engaging video, right? And as you know, right, video actually sells, because video is, somebody talking and somebody presenting the ideas, and is the best way, and is the next best way to have yourself, imagine yourself as in a in-person one-to-one meeting, right? And that is one of the reasons why we are recording all these valuable content, because we want to tell them that we want to tell the FCs that we are different, and how we remain to be different is because we actually get industry veterans to help in the area. So just a short intro of myself. I'm a former digital director of Standard Chartered Bank, and we do a lot of campaigns like the year-end campaign, and also launches of new products from the bank, right, across the retail banking sector. I also have vast experiences in implementing customer loyalty program for shopping malls, and also in the area of personal data protection. And today that is key. And
that's right.
And really, Kumaran is the best person to tell you what are the do's and don'ts. If you're gonna do ads and all that, what can you do? What can you not do in terms of regulation and all that? And that is also very key, because without that, if the insurance agent were to just run ads for themselves, they risk firstly getting their ads account banned. Secondly, they risk getting the regulatory body going after them, right? So this is the perspective. So what we intend to do is really, the playbook is really area where you really play and really get into doing implementation stuff, right? So we what we intend to do for the play is really very interesting. We're gonna start you off. The play phase is 6 months, right? 6 months, and we're gonna start you off a little bit slow. So we would like to call this stage, if you may, we like to call this stage as play light. So you start with play light first. We get you going, get into the momentum, and then from play light you actually move to this phase called play hard, and that's where you really play hard.
Where they can chiong.
You get your leads, your targets, and by then you are already well equipped in terms of the branding knowledge as well as the digital marketing knowledge. And what we will also empower you is a very structured way in how you actually do digital marketing, digital ads, and also a very structured way in doing the actual search engine optimization. And you will go through a course, and at the end of the day, after you finish this search engine optimization course, you actually get a UK certificate, right? And that is to show your competency in search engine optimization, right? Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Eugene. I think you have covered quite the spectrum of what you do and what you do as well. I just want to pull out a few points from Eugene's introduction as well. One very important thing here, Eugene, as you mentioned, was compliance.
Yeah.
Right. So we are very blessed. I think good enough to have both Eugene, who has been part of the industry with being digital head for products for Standard Chartered, of course, and others also had experience with a lot of branding, and of course being previously as a stint many years back as a financial consultant. And what we bring to the table in all is the fact that we need to navigate the branding strategy. We need to navigate the activities which are done so that we don't run foul, right? Advisors and agency leaders are very enthusiastic at this time. But the regulatory bodies are out there. company-centric or company compliance is also a very important thing for them to follow through. So when we create these branding propositions, it is being very aware of such activities, aware of our inputs, well as
Yes.
aware of our representation with them. Right. So just to add on what Eugene said, there are three phases to the entire playbook. One is the prepare, as I mentioned, which sort of takes you towards the steps. This will be handled by myself and Dr. Jeremy, who you'll all be meeting very soon as well, where we are taking you through the business canvas. And this is then customized for each financial consultant or agency leader, right? And the play phase, as Eugene put, there is play light and then there is play hard.
Yeah.
The play phase is the actual activity where you get into the branding propositions, you get into the events, actually, the actual events which are of value to you consultants and agency leaders, and of course the leads acquisition. How does it become organic, where you don't spend an arm and a leg trying to acquire leads, and not to acquire leads which are of no value to you.
Yeah.
So this is pretty much the play phase that comes in. And the play phase is anchored by resident coaches here. Three of us are here: Ada, Eugene, myself, and of course Dr. Jeremy. We're going to anchor most of the Wednesdays together with you, so that you are in that route, whichever stage you are in your insurance journey, to work with you. The stay phase is just an extension of it, an extension of the play phase for consistency and continuity, in order for you to work towards your goals and your targets, whether it's on an industry level or a company level, or you might have your own specific goals. Right. So Ada, I would like to quickly run something through with you as well. So as Eugene brought out the importance of branding, now we are looking at it from an insurance-centric perspective, right? We have a lot of branding companies out there, but we don't have people who are going to focus on the niche, which is financial advisors and agency leaders. So what would your thought process be, or what would your suggestion be, maybe for a rookie? How could they start their branding journey?
Okay. Yeah, it's true that now there's a lot of branding companies doing everything for everybody. And the problem lies when when everybody want to sell everything, they get lost and people get confused. So for the insurance industry, definitely we have compliance that we need to manage, and then we have how's that? Some of the content that we put out needs to be curated first before we actually can put out. So for rookies, right? Yes, they are in some companies they do provide a lot of training in this digitalizing the insurance business. But the problem I noticed after talking to a few of our financial consultants, right? I noticed that yes, they know what they need to do, but the problem is how do they do? How do they start? So my advice to rookies is, number one is not to sell everything to everybody.
Right? Yeah.
Is to really focus on what you are passionate about first. What can you resonate with which products? Like let's say for me, I'm a mom of three, so maybe I am more passionate about educational policies for kids, activities that is suitable for my children, financial literacy. So then I know that okay, these are the products that I am passionate with and I can resonate with, and I know what sort of content that I can deliver to my audience, and this audience are the people that is similar to me,
Correct.
right? So from there, whatever content that I push out, I know what I'm talking about and they know what I'm talking about. Yeah. So we create that first we create that trust, and then we create the authority that we know what it is about, and we teach them how to do it. Similarly, like how they want to know digital marketing. Similarly, for their clients, how do they teach their kids financial literacy? So
Right.
yeah, so it's coming from our point of view. So that is where I would say start from there first, and then we progress on after that.
I like that, Ada. That's very true. And I think Eugene would agree on this part here, that to start a journey off, would firstly to understand yourself, right? Which
Yes.
market you're going to move into. And Ada raised a very interesting point here. Advisors are also mothers, fathers, their brothers, sisters. They have passions as well, right?
Of course.
So what pillars do they want to anchor on? Some people are very
Yes.
inclined towards sports, or
Yes.
people are inclined towards outdoor activities. These are all the pillars that they can anchor on to connect with their clients and prospects. Rightfully said. And one key part of the insurance collective and the insurance playbook is the fact that the diagnostics have to be there. I just want to share with Eugene and the rest of them who are viewing this. Ada and I had a very interesting conversation a couple of days ago with a rookie financial advisor. And, interestingly, she had just joined the industry when we were in this entire pandemic.
Yep.
She's barely 6 months old, right, in the insurance industry, but she's not a rookie in the sales field by any chance. She has been a very top sales producer in her previous vocation. But now insurance is completely different. And so she was working with us on how she's going to represent herself. Where do we pull out the target audience she's going to connect with? And we pulled out the fact, similarly, she was a mother and has a 12-year-old son.
Yeah.
And we looked at financial literacy for kids, right? Looked at young adults who were going to have kids as a means of a proper target audience for her to work with. But a key part here, which Eugene, I would want to put out to you, is content, Eugene. Content is so tough to create, right? And how would your advice be? What would you link in line with what Ada said, in line with content, for example? How would you advise these rookie financial consultants to build content organically on their own or through the support of a coach?
Actually, I do agree, right? Generally with the panel here, that content is one of the most difficult to actually generate. And I also do agree with Ada and Dr. Jeremy in the analysis that firstly you must know yourself.
Right.
What are your strengths, what are your interests, and then while there is a tendency being new in the industry as well to conquer and to say that I want to get as many sales as possible, but I think it is very key that one will take a step back first and look at it from a hindsight perspective to actually really analyze what kind of person am I. And from there, they actually analyze what kind of activities can I generate. So, for example, if somebody that has no problem, meeting people and all that, they could, after the restrictions are lifted, they could decide to hold, like a big event or with the help of insurance collective as well to do a kind of like a co-branding event and stuff like that. But there are some people that are not. But what we also trying to do is we also trying to come in the areas where they are weak, because from a perspective as a newbie or as a rookie, there are three main or rather four main pillars that they will be weak in. The first pillar, if I may, is basically the insurance type, insurance-centric type of content, regulations, and all that. That is the first pillar. The second pillar is more on the business side of things. How do you know yourself? And that's why we have Dr. Jeremy anchoring the business model canvas or the business canvas, right? Because rightfully so, if you don't have the business canvas, you'll be walking around without a map. So it's like if I have a new office, I tell you, is this road, and if I just tell you this road, but I didn't tell you what's the unit number, you'll be lost. So similarly, with the business canvas in mind, you have a map, a road map that you can do, right? And then all what we'll do is, because we have the phases properly lined up, we will go from a very ground up approach, and also to teach you and also to equip you with things like website, and we will teach you how you can actually market your website within the restrictions, right? So then the other pillar that you are looking at is really branding. After you know yourself, how are you going to brand yourself, right? So similarly in this area of branding, which Ada will be actually strategizing on how we can really do a very effective video for each of them, and then we can add a fun element to it. There's, say, everybody that record the video, post it up on a Facebook group, and in the Facebook group we have insurance veterans that could give their 2 cents. They could also have their fellow batchmates giving the 2 cents, and then they constantly do that improvement without having to just go out there and be embarrassed. So we actually provide a very secure
Yes.
play area for them, right? It's very
Correct.
secure play area that they can make all the mistakes that they want, right? And after they know the branding, and that's where we supercharge with all the digital marketing knowledge and all that, and really it's all out there to seal the deal, because by then you already know your business canvas, you have a roadmap, you have a navigation, you have a compass, that you know where to go, you have all the insurance knowledge, you know which policy to sell first, which policy after how long to upsell them, or just to touch base, and you have the systems in place, email marketing and all that, marketing automation. And then you know your branding, you know your how to dress, how to really talk to yourself, how to get that conversation going. And we also will make it fun with role play and all that, and then finally you are able to be out there and really market yourself with a well-rounded approach, because you would have covered the 4 pillars, namely business, insurance-centric content, branding, and also digital marketing, right?
Thank you, Eugene. I mean, that's that's an entire spectrum that we have, and you have really amplified the fact that it is a community, it is a peer, I would say, and you would say, a playground where it is a safe environment, and that's exactly what we want, right?
Yes.
A safe environment for the advisors, for the leaders to come in, to have that knowledge to be creatively enhanced in the right ways, as well as towards a good target direction for them. I think that's very important to navigate at this time as well. Now, I just want to round one thing up. Agency leaders, right? So it's the similar perspective. Financial consultants who have just joined the industry at such unprecedented times. Also, new rookie agency leaders who took that leap of faith, right? And it's not an easy task to handle, yeah? You've got to manage the expectations of your own upline, and you've got to manage the expectations of your downline. You've got to build time for yourself, and as well as your family as well. Such a situation has come about. Now, for these rookie agency leaders, recruitment is a key lifeblood of their business, right? So, if Ada and Eugene, if you could give 1 or 2 insights on how branding and SEO marketing, SEO engine-driven strategies can help these rookie agency leaders in their recruitment.
So,
you go first?
Yeah, can I just go first? Okay, I think for agency leaders, recruitment is a very important process actually as a agency leader, and I feel that to run a successful recruitment campaign is to let people know the vibes that you want, the vibes that you have for your agency, which will brings in the similar the recruits, so that they can resonate with you. You have the same vibes and all that. So from the video, from the post content that you put out, everything has to sing the same song. So when we sing the same song, that's where you attract the similar recruits to your agency. And that's where we have another set of branding strategies for recruitment actually. And it starts from, first, of course, knowing what your agency is all about, what sort of values that you have, and what are the perfect FC that you want to recruit.
Right.
What sort of FC? So that's where I think we will start from there.
So
Yep.
it's again with the diagnostics, right, which comes out again. The business canvas model and the insurance playbook comes to understand the agency leaders.
Yes.
Without knowing the kind of candidates, without knowing the kind of potential financial consultants you want on board your team, and if you're not able to then share with your potential candidates what you are, what you represent,
Yep.
it would be very difficult to carve an effective recruitment strategy.
Yeah. And in this situation right now, where we go Zoom almost like every meeting is now in Zoom. So
Yeah.
even interviews will be in Zoom. I mean, in time to come, Zoom will be the most preferred way, maybe.
Yeah.
So how we gonna digitalize the recruitment process is another another thing that we need to strategize on. So marketing, I mean, automating the whole process also makes it easier for an agency leader so that he can also focus on his business while also do his recruitment, while also training his new FCs.
That's true.
Yeah, so that is something which he may even want to consider on automating the whole recruitment process. Not everything actually, but actually most of it maybe can be automated. And then you come to a personal Zoom interview, and then that's where then it starts off. Yeah.
That's
I
right.
think Ada brought a very interesting point about vibes, right? Vibes
Yeah.
is very important because after all, the insurance industry or insurance business is a people business
Right.
Yes.
at the end of the day. So to be honest, the agency leader, the rookie agency leader has a little bit more than when compared to the rookie. All the rookie needs to bother is that, you know, I need to get that 30 seconds video and that's it. You know,
Yeah.
if I brand myself correctly, I out to the market, people will know me. But as a agency leader, right, as what rightfully in the as what was being discussed by Ada, firstly, they need to know their agency and they need to know their agency, you know, direction, what type of people they want to recruit, you know, what kind of demographics of people that they want to recruit.
Yeah.
And really, in digital marketing, is about systems. I agree with Ada that, you know, can we, you know, if they're going to do a weekly webinar and all that, can we look at how we can really make things simpler for them?
Yes.
You know, that everything is the webinar process and everything is very simple. They run an ad, it's a pre-recorded a video that we were called to sign up to webinar. And after they sign up the webinar, when at the time of the webinar, all the agency leader needs to do is just run the webinar, or we can help them co-run, right? For
Yes.
example.
Correct.
So it's about really bringing your brand across, right? Like for example, you know, there's a lot of the agency leaders might be a bit too scared of technology as well, right?
Yes.
They are either scared or resistive. Not
Or
so
they
much
have
on
too
Zoom.
much on your plate too. You have a lot to
Yeah,
think about actually as an agency leader.
I think more about a lot of them are really being uncomfortable of, hey, you know, hey, we are going live now. They are okay. They are okay. If let's say we are in a, we are seated at a coffee shop now having coffee together and talk, but we'll say, hey, no, hey, we are going live and we've got 500 packs that registered. They were like, oh my goodness. You know, firstly
What can I do?
is digital. You know, how do I engage in the digital? And
Yeah.
you know, firstly, like 500 packs, right? So but it's about really that's why we want to start them with a very basic of, like, for example, you record a 30-second video. Are you ready to get critiqued by your cohort, right? That's the first step. And then of course we will teach them strategies, and they will really use the business canvas to really see how their agency and how they really want to map their agency. And from the business canvas, they will know which type of people that they want to recruit. And once you know which type of people that you want to recruit in digital marketing, is you need to find out where they hang out.
Yeah.
Whether, you know, this group of people, what's the age bracket, whether are they the Instagram people, or are they still on the Facebook people, are they people that like to watch YouTube videos, or are they a mix of it? Because we also need to consider that some people are, you know, audio, they relate better in audio podcast. Some people like, you know, audio visual. Some people like engaging posts with a nice image and all that. So we need to consider all that. We also will teach them strategies as to when you are rolling out content. How do you know whether content is effective or not? What type of content in the last 1 month that you have rolled out on your Facebook page? What type of content are the most engaging? Which is the most engaging time of your whole Facebook page population? So we'll teach them how to do all this so that they whatever marketing that they roll out will be really effective. But it's also starts with a very good branding proposition, and with also a very good knowing what type of agency that you have, and it's really a lot about the business pillar and the insurance pillar, getting that right first, and then once you got that right, it's very easy to really put together some branding strategies and digital strategies as well, right?
Right. Thank you, Eugene and Ada, for that. Just to add on that before we wrap up, for agency leaders, especially the rookie agency leaders, I guess one of the most important things they have to do is look at how they are going to position their branding strategy or their recruitment strategy based on their personal, professional, as well as their social lives as well. That resonates with the people that they're going to recruit or the candidates they're going to attract. Like, for example, I've shared with an agency leader, if they are a fan of a particular football club, videos showing their passion for that support will then resonate with other members or other candidates who are also fans of that club.
Yeah.
Which will then create that camaraderie or community, something to start with, something to talk about, to break the ice for that matter. Or even if someone is an avid cyclist, right? This could then be part of their branding video or their representation, either as an individual agency leader or as an agency in totality.
Yeah.
So great connecting with you guys today. We have more Play Wednesdays coming our way soon, right?
Yep.
And I'm really looking forward to anchoring this entire insurance playbook with our resident coaches. Eugene, Ada, myself, and Dr. Jeremy will be very, very happy to work with the consultants and agency leaders. So I would love to wish everyone a wonderful day. And I'm looking forward to connecting again. But before we just leave, maybe, Ada, could you just give us one line at such times that would really motivate the young rookie agents?
One line. The thing is, the fact that the world is changing so drastically, especially with COVID, right? The one thing that I would say is not to give up. Is no matter how many times we fall, we just need to stand up and just keep on moving, because we may not know that the end goal is actually just the next. It's just next to us. Yeah. So I think that is the one thing that I would like to share with the new rookies.
Lovely, lovely. Eugene,
Yeah.
yourself?
Yeah, I think for me it's also a lot about the uncertainty, right? I mean,
Yes.
all of us face the uncertainty, you know, like suddenly, especially restaurants had it hard, right? They can't do dine-in right now. But just giving as a restaurant example, I would really want the those people that are in the insurance trade to really persevere, and also know that the insurance collective is here, right? We are here, and we aim to make a difference in the industry, because we really are putting forward. We are really putting forward a lot of trainings. There will be some free trainings as well that you can attend. But really, the bulk of the matter is that we are really putting together a really structured program that you can go through, that really starts from ground up, and that you can really walk with us. Because for me personally, what I feel in the pandemic, where you can't really do anything, what's the next best thing that you can do? Educate yourself. Make sure that you are ready. Make sure that you have the two sets of business, the two sets of insurance, the two sets of branding, and the two sets of digital marketing, so that when the economy picks up, you will be able to fly, right?
Yes.
So I think that's my parting words for this
Thank you so much, Eugene.
session.
Thanks.
Absolutely wonderful to to share this session with you guys. A very important thing I also want to share with the consultants is the fact that the Insurance Collective is a community. It's a community of coaches like yourself, a community of motivational speakers that we have during our Prepare Mondays to charge our consultants and agency leaders up. And of course, it's a community of peer-to-peer learning, right? Peer-to-peer and industry mentors who are willing to share their years of experience and knowledge and skills to the consultant community and agency leaders as well. So perseverance and unity is a very important thing. So let's keep that fire going. Until the next time I connect with you and Eugene, thank you today once again for your Play Wednesday session, and looking forward to connecting with you guys soon.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you guys. Thank you, Eugene.
Thank you.
Yes. Stay safe, everyone.